Well, first full review of 2025, and it's all about power. Gonna take a look at the AllPowers R600. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and yeah, I live in a hurricane-prone area, the Outer Banks of North Carolina, where if it's not a hurricane, it might be a nor'easter or just any number of natural things, not to mention the fact that it's kind of a rural area, so the municipalities aren't always perfect when it comes to electricity. So we do have some outages here, but that's not the only reason why I'm into these things. See, I like electric guitars, electric skateboards, electric scooters, electric bikes, and all that kind of stuff, and if we lose power, I can't do any of those things that I love. Not to mention that when you pair one of these things with a nice solar panel, what I do is I've got several of them now, so I'll charge them all up, and then when I want to ride a skateboard or something like that, because if you're going to charge with solar power, you're probably not going to be able to charge one of these to full in one day with a 100-watt panel. You get the point. So when I do charge up one of my electric bikes, scooters, or one of the electric skateboards that I have, I get to do that for free. So I do like that quite a bit. Not to mention I'm a big geek, so if it's technology and power, I'm into it. So I've actually reviewed the R600 from AllPowers before. It was like maybe about a year ago, but they've upgraded it and they've made two different versions of it now so you can get black or beige. The upgrades, I don't know exactly what all of the upgrades are. I can tell you that this thing charges super fast, and I don't remember the original. I've got them both right here. R600 charging as fast as the new one does. As you see, they're pretty much the same form factor. One is black, one is beige. They also still have a black version of it. One thing that I will tell you with this one, the Bluetooth on this one, which they do use an app, seems to be always on with this one, which, you know, it takes minimal power to run Bluetooth. It's nice that you can just turn the Bluetooth off. Maybe you just don't want to have the possibility of somebody else accessing your device. Whatever the reason, you can actually turn it on and off now. Another thing that I noticed is that this has these two DC ports right here, outputs. They've removed them on the new version of it, and there we go. So they're not on this one, and their claim for that one was that they removed two DC outputs in order to eliminate more noise. Not to mention, I think those ports are probably the least used ports. So there we go. So when I filmed the up close on this is when I first took it out of the box, so there were some things that I wasn't really sure of. That should clarify that right there. And one thing I didn't point out is that the handle completely disappears when you want it to, comes back out. Just a small thing. Let's give you some quick specs from the website. 600 watt AC pure sine wave inverter, 1200 watt surge, 299 watt hour capacity, 400 watt max fast charging, has a LiFePO battery with 3,500 plus life cycles to 80%, 8 outputs for charging multiple devices at once, smart control and monitor with AllPowers app, 220 watt max solar input. So the panel that I have is 100 watts. You can get up to 220 watts into this at a time. So if you wanted to get a 200 watt panel, that'd be great. And I probably wouldn't be pushing for more than that because there's sometimes some surges within solar power. And yeah, so it might get up to 220 as it surges. You see what I'm saying. Easy to carry, fast charging, safe and reliable, cost effective, and it does also have UPS support. So if you need a UPS for your office or for your editing desk or whatever, it will work as that. And I've actually had where there was a lot of lightning going on around my place or whatever, but I had to work, so I unplugged from the wall, plugged it right into that. And well, while the power didn't go out, it would have worked as a UPS had it done that. They give you some examples here on the website, 5 to 6.5 hours for a car refrigerator. Television go 2 to 2.5 hours. A light will go 7 to 8 hours. A fan 4 to 5 hours. And a camera 20 to 25 hours. So this is not a giant power station that you're going to be powering your refrigerator and your appliances in your home with, but it will work for so many different things. And for me, this is one of the tools that I have in my arsenal if I do have an overall power outage. I've got a bigger one that I'll plug the refrigerator into. It's nice to have some portable ones. Plus, it's really nice that they got the light right on them. So, you know, if you need a light in a room or whatever, that light will go forever. I'll let you find the rest of the information on their website. I'll put a link down in the description to that. The weather here has been really crappy and it just has not been conducive to getting out with that solar panel, whether it's rain or maybe a little bit of snow flurries or whatever. It just hasn't been conducive. So I haven't tested this panel, but the other one worked great. And in my previous review, which you can see at the link that's popping up right here on the R600, you'll see how well their equipment works together. This panel is an upgraded version of the previous one that I got, from what I understand, but that will give you a good idea, and I'm sure this one's gonna work just fine. And on top of that, you're gonna get a 100-watt solar panel and this power station for only $319. And again, if you just want the power station, if you've already got a solar panel, $209. $209. That's a good deal, especially for lithium iron phosphate or LiFePO batteries. All right, well, let's take a look up close. It looks exactly like the previous R600 that I reviewed, except for it's not black. So I did notice this here, though. This is something that I can't remember if it's on the other one or not, but to turn the Bluetooth on and off on this, you just press the DC button for 3 seconds. Pretty sure that the previous version of this did have the Bluetooth on it, but this does, and I'll show you how to use the app with it in just a few minutes. Up top, we have the wireless output with 15 watts there. You can put your phone on there or whatever. Of course, you've got a light on here. Well, first you got to turn it on. All right, and then we've got a light. Each press is going to make it brighter until you get to the SOS. And then you've got your USB right here, or DC output. So you've got 2 USB-Cs at 100 watts, and you've also got 2 standard USBs down here. And then, of course, you've got your AC right there. It's a pure sine wave converter that's in this, and you've got 2 ports right there for that. Everything's sealed up with these nice silicone covers, and there's also a silicone seal around the face of this. Love the display on this thing. It's very clear, so if you do want to turn on your Bluetooth, you see that the little icons light up here to tell you each thing that is available for each press of this, and other indications like warnings and stuff like that. But if you hold this button for 3 seconds, there we go. That was Bluetooth on and off, as you saw the little indicator there. Of course, you've also got this. And then over here on the side, you've got an AC overload protector, so a circuit breaker. You can reset that by pushing that button right there. And then you've got your solar power and your AC. Now this thing charges fast, and I'll show you that. So yeah, this came with 0% battery in it, but it's charging now. You see that we're getting 88 watts of output, or I'm sorry, input, and it's 60 hertz. So saying that this would be recharged within 1 hour. So that's, we'll see, it's impressive. So using the app and Bluetooth, I can go change the settings of this so that you can charge it faster. And currently charging at 409 watts, 408 watts, and still saying an hour to charge. So either way, it's probably less than an hour, but that's pretty fast. So let me show you how you do that on the app. Okay, so we open up the app, and I'm going to hit Bluetooth device plus up there. And then we're going to hit next step. Comes back here, it's scanning for devices, but it's already found it. So I'm going to go ahead and tap the device, it's connecting. And now we have the device up here on the screen. If we click that little switch right there, we'll be able to turn off and on the AC. Of course, you can turn on and off the DC from this as well. You can also turn the LED lights on and off from there. And you can switch from 60 hertz to 50 hertz. And then if we hit the 3 little dots up there in the right corner, then you get this over here, and you'll see the work mode. You can change, from fast mode to mute mode, which means it just doesn't run the fans, standard mode. So we're going to put it on fast mode, and you can also turn on eco mode there if you want to. You can also change the shutdown times for eco mode. And there we go. That's pretty much it. That's plugged in. And a lot of times you'll see with these things, they'll say, oh yeah, we have fast charging on ours if you plug it into like 3 different sources. But this thing, it charges fast. It was at 0% when I first got it. Charged it all the way to 100 in less than an hour. Over here on the side, you just got more venting. Nothing really on the back there. And some specs for you in case you want to take a look at those. Go ahead and pause it if you need to. There we go. As far as what comes inside the package, you get a beige power cable. Doesn't need a brick because everything's inside of this. You get a manual, and you get a little card telling you to visit them on Facebook and do your warranty. Came inside of this. Off, off, and we'll just push this button to turn it all the way off. Turn it back on. Now, I've already been using the R600 for quite some time, and it's a very good power station. Yes, you only have 2 AC outlets on here, but the thing is, this is a smaller power station. This isn't meant to power, 3 refrigerators and an air fryer or something like that. And then, of course, you do have your wireless here on the top. This phone is all the way down to 4%. Gonna drop it on there. Oh, gotta turn that on. And yes, it is charging. You can see right there that it is charging. Pull it off of here. 4%. There we go, it's charging up. And the output on that is 3 watts, 4 watts. Should be able to get up to 15 watts of output on that. We'll let this go and we can fast forward. All right, well, it looks like it's stopping at 7 watts. That's okay, though. That's still faster than it is even if you have a wall brick, depending on which one it is. Now, in my previous video for the R600, they did also send a panel for that. Now, this is supposed to be their latest new panel, which is the new APSP-027. You do have the legs right here. You know, so they are attached to it and they pop right out. Back here on the back of it, you've got the nice big pouch. And inside of here, you got all kinds of goodies here. You've got your main cables for it. You've got adapters and you've got cables. Here, I'll just bring these closer to the camera. So adapters, cable number 1 and cable number 2. This one has the connector that connects directly into this power station. Of course, another leg right here. And all I got to do to open this one up is that and that. Put your legs down and you're set. And they also include these little loops on here, which are nice because if you need to hang this from something like your RV or a ladder or something like that to get the right angle on it, great, you can do that. There's one on every corner. So there we go. It's nice that they've put out a beige one because they're always, you know, black or silver or something like that, and it would really stand out. Like if I wanted to put it in my living room someplace and just have it kind of be an appliance, that way, you know, take it outside, charge it up, put it right back in its place. It will fit with the rest of your decor, you know, so that's kind of nice, especially if you're like in the van life, because you know that thing is going to be like out somewhere, so it'll blend in a little bit nicer, so that's good. Or you can get the black one if you prefer. If you ask me, beige is better if you're going to be using it, you know, to charge with solar, because you can't always get the thing perfectly covered or whatever, and the beige will not absorb heat from the sun, much like the black would, so there we go. And if you've been looking to get a power station and a solar panel, dude, for $319, you get a 100-watt solar panel and this power station. That is a fantastic deal, and you can check it out on their website for yourself. So that is the AllPowers R600 portable power station, and I just want to thank you so much. Look, this channel's been around since 2013. I've had some recent run-ins with YouTube for some of the older content that I've had on here, which was always done in good faith. It was always done as educational content, you know? But recently they came back to me and said, look, you know what? We're gonna have to demonetize your channel, and while I only make a few $100 a month for monetization of this channel, it is part of my income, and I need that. So my channel has been demonetized because of that older content, and I've been working on cleaning that up. So yeah, it's just kind of a bummer. We're erasing the history of this channel, but it is what it is. But I continue with this because of you. I really do appreciate your support. To that end, if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a red subscribe button down there and notification bell. If you click both of those, you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. And if you would, just leave any comment down there. Say hi, whatever you want to say. Be nice, which is kind of a big ask on YouTube, isn't it? But yeah, just leave a comment. Anything will help with the algorithm while I'm on this restriction for 90 days. I can't reapply until in March. Ugh, just sucks. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.